What's going on, everybody? Good to see you again. Having another video here about Decentraland. Just another display of like a cool community event slash use case for the metaverse. Not too far from here. I'm in the Central Plaza, which is like the noob zone where everybody's gonna load in for the first time. Which is pretty cool. It's pretty big, a lot bigger than it used to be. Actually, I guess it's the same size, it just feels a lot bigger. You know, there's a lot more buildings and stuff. But anyways, there's an auditorium here, like on the southeast corner of the map, I think. Or maybe it's over here. Somewhere in this vicinity. But I'm gonna take my hot air balloon over there. In about 5 minutes is the SpaceX launch, so that's what we're all gathering to kind of watch. There's a big screen that should display the event. And the cool thing is we're gonna all gather together and kind of watch it at the same time, you know, in the virtual world, which is, I think, is pretty cool. If you think about how cool that is, it's like people from all over the world are watching the same thing together, experiencing the same thing together, you know, which I think is pretty cool. Like, we could all live stream and watch the same live stream on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, but there's something about having your own personal avatar together as a group, you know. It adds a little more intimacy to the experience. Yeah, this is like a super slow hot air balloon, but we'll get there, I hope. I think I see it. It's over there, I believe. Yeah, you can hear all these ambient sounds, dude. It sounds like we're in the jungle, but I guess, yeah, there's a lot of trees in here. A lot of birds chirping. Yeah, let me do a better job of looking down so you guys can see what the Central Plaza looks like. Okay, that building over there is the Trade Center. So if you ever played an MMO like a World of Warcraft or Maple Story or something like that, they always have some type of location where people gather to trade, you know, in-game items. So that's what that is. This building is, I'm not too sure. It looks like some kind of wearable stuff. You can see inside through the window. There's a lot of wearables in there. I think it's kind of like a marketplace where you can go and buy stuff in world. There it is. This is our destination, auditorium. All right, I'm about ready to jump out. Shit! I jumped too soon. That was an accident. Oh, a little laggy. Oh, that's Frankie. All right, let's get in there, boy. Oh yeah, that's where the lag's coming from. All these people are already here. Wait, oh, it's only a minute away. Okay, I gotta grab my seat.
1 minute 34 seconds to go till launch.
Ground gas closeouts is starting.
So this is pretty packed. This is more people than I was expecting to show up. There's got to be at least 30-40 people in here, which is pretty cool. So this is the auditorium. Let me give you a little 360 tour. All right, that's about it. This is what we're all here to do. We're all here to look at the same screen. Watch this launch. I don't know why the countdown timer just stopped.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
That's kind of alarming.
FTS is armed for launch.
Uh-oh.
Under a minute now, the FPS, the flight termination system has been
Uh-oh. The stream stopped. I have to refresh. Hope I don't get kicked out. But yeah, this SpaceX launch is a pretty big deal, actually. This is the first time, I think in the last 9 or 10 years, that any human being has been launched back into space. So I think that has to do with like the NASA space shuttle program being defunded, so there's not much funding for projects like this, but leave it up to Papa Elon, man. He figured out a way. His company's doing big things, so that's what we're all here to witness, whether or not a private entity is the future of space exploration, you know? Sounds like it. All these billionaires are competing amongst one another to kind of like outflex each other as far as like how much progress they can make in the space program. Okay. Oh, I gotta get there. It's about to launch. Hurry. There it is. There's the rocket.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX.
There you go.
Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America has launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight,
Stage one
and with
propulsion
it
is
the
nominal.
ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry nominal.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Shit, what the fuck? What the hell?
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
What the fuck is
M1D
going
throttle
on,
up.
dude? I wasn't expecting this.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max
Oh
Q.
shit, it's actually going.
1 Bravo.
What the fuck?
And we heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob
Holy
and Doug pulling
shit,
about
dude.
2.3
That was pretty
Gs,
cool.
2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already
Starting
moving
that
at
back
over
engine chill.
1,500 miles per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up is going to be the triple. We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage.
What the fuck are all these noises, dude? I can't tell if it's coming from Decentraland or from them.
And we have Miko.
Pico.
Falcon stage separation confirmed.
Falcon 2 Alpha.
MVAC ignition.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine.
There they
has
are,
ignited
boys and
And
girls.
is now
Acquisition of signal
carrying
loss.
Bob and Doug
First two
into
humans.
orbit.
Well,
So they're going to continue under the power of this second
I don't know.
stage.
propulsion
I
is
guess these are
nominal.
the first two humans in the last 10
Will
years
cut off
back
at
into
Seco
space.
or
You know?
second engine cut off at
Not really sure,
40%
honestly.
into today's flight.
I'm
So
not
over
a
5
space
minutes to
expert,
go
but
still
this is pretty
on
cool.
this
Those
second
space
stage.
suits look pretty
We're gonna
fly.
call out 2 Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern
I wonder where the fuck that
seaboard,
rocket went.
almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal in Bermuda.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
Dude, they're already fucking in space, dude. That's so quick.
Right here in nominal trajectory, so
Good
Dragon
lord.
pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
Not exactly sure what's going on here, but this seems like a very intense situation, so I'm gonna whisper. Nominal sounds like a good thing. It's very nominal right now.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Nominal.
Already
good.
almost 200 miles
Nominal
downrange
trajectory.
from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
Hell yeah. Let's keep that nominal action going, boys. So I think they got past the hard part. Like, nothing blew up. Thank God. The last thing I wanted to see is a couple of dudes die right now. That would have been like the worst shit ever after. There's already enough horrible shit going on in the world in 2020.
View of the first stage as well.
Like, I wouldn't actually be surprised. That would actually fit in so well with the times if this would have been a complete fail.
Attempt to land on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you today.
Instead,
and we're just about a couple minutes away.
Instead, like, this is like a beacon of hope for humanity in like the worst of times. So, I hope this sparks like a whole new era, like it did in the 60s and 70s of like, you know, people actually wanting to go into space. So we'll see. Right now, people kind of suck. We'll see what happens.
Starting chill for entry.
There's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon. Still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen. Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I still love you. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Okay, so wait, what's about to happen?
While that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then be a little
Stage 2 propulsion is still good.
A little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the
Dude, all the flat earthers are shook right now, dude.
Nominal trajectory.
That does not look like a flat earth to me.
Dragon copies, nominal trajectory.
Can't wait to hear their excuse,
Continuing
though.
to check in with Bob and Doug.
This is
on
all
a
rehearsed. This is just very advanced
about 10 seconds
CGI.
away from that first stage, starting that entry burn on your right screen. We should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn.
Okay, so the boosters are in the landing process. It looks like they're going back into Earth's atmosphere.
And there is that.
This is the
entry
coolest
burn
part, I
beginning.
think. Here it comes.
This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Dude, the balls in these guys,
Entry
dude.
burn continues.
Holy
We're just about a
shit.
minute away from Seco. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll
Copy,
be the
shutdown.
second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
We'll
entry
be
burn
looking
shut
for
down.
that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Actually, just within a few seconds of each other. Such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon.
Bob and Doug.
Now you can see the displays that they are seeing
Remember those
right now
names.
themselves.
Terminal guidance.
MVAC throttle step.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from Seco, or second engine cutoff.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about
Stage
1.8.
Copy, Shannon.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
startup.
confirmation.
MVAC throttle step. MVAC shut down.
Stage 1 landing layer.
Confirmation of Seco's second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Didn't
Launch
get
escape system
confirmation
is
of
disarmed.
nominal
Dragon
orbital
copies,
insertion.
nominal
Stage
orbital
1 landing leg
insertion.
deploy.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage is successfully landed.
And
What
there you
the
can see
hell?
on your screen,
I'm
Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry
Acquisition of signal
humans to
Newfoundland.
orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you
Damn,
can see on your right
we missed
screen,
the landing,
Bob and
boys.
Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
M1D to recovery 1.
So exciting today.
Didn't it doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out, good orbital insertion, so that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
And we need a FRC on Recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes when Dragon will separate.
Hey, what was that?
Looks like
I
we
saw a little pinata.
zero G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
And before separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly, so we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from now, but
All right, separation,
they do wait
boys.
until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate.
This is what we're all waiting for, I think.
Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now.
Yeah, man, I
Bob
can't
and
wait
Doug
till these
on the
guys
right
get to
screen
Mars and
inside
stuff.
of
It's gonna be
Crew
pretty
Dragon,
dope.
Out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour. Again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Expected loss of signal, wallops.
I don't understand
Sounded
how,
we
like,
had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground
if this is the
stations.
first time in like the last 9 or 10 years that people have been
Waiting
launched
for
into space,
confirmation now
then,
of that
Dragon
setup.
separation confirmed.
oh shit,
Dragon separation confirmed.
there it is.
There is a great view right in front of you
Countdown
of
1 is
Dragon
emerged.
separating.
Separation confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
Where's this?
Dragon SpaceX with that separation call. We have a few words for you from our Falcon 9 team.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
Thanks, Bala. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride to space.
Ride to
Copy
space.
all.
Oh, and Mike, proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
Copy
Hell
all.
yeah.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Godspeed. We gotta salute these boys, dude. They're doing God's work.
All right, so Bob and Doug are in
In Dragon
space.
SpaceX, we confirm nominal ECLS activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Copy all. We're monitoring.
The Corps here in Hawthorne giving the crew a heads up that we have confirmation the nose cone is deploying. So again, that nose cone is going to open up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees, and that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station, and also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters, that are going to be used for these major phase burns or firings of those thrusters to actually raise their orbit gradually over the coming hours. Also heard good activation of the ECLS, that's the Environmental Control and Life Support System. That's everything controlling their atmosphere, just keeping Dragon a nice, safe, habitable environment where they're going to be living for the next 19 hours until they arrive at the space station.
Right, exactly. And Falcon 9's job may be done for today, but the mission is not over. Crew Dragon's job is not done. As you can see, Bob and Doug are still inside Crew Dragon, making their way. It will be a
I like those
19-hour trip to
touchscreens,
the
dude.
International
Very-
Space Station.
very
before they
Tesla-esque.
dock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And such cool views. I love that we can get these live views.
I think that's pretty much the event. Very successful launch. Dude, that was like, I don't know, that just felt like really cleaner than to be expected. It just felt really quick. Like, I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist, obviously. But that was awesome. I hope they keep doing this like over and over and over again. And fucking A, Decentraland team, or whoever the hell put that rocket in there, that was awesome. Totally unexpected. That was not announced. That was like a little Easter egg moment for the Decentraland community. So for those of you that aren't involved in the metaverse yet, and I recommend you guys get into Decentraland. It's not hard to create an account, to create a name, create an avatar. You don't even need to do all that, dude. You can log in as a guest like this guy. Check this guy out. See his name, guest? It's literally as simple as like entering in a web browser link, and then you could be here. So join the community, hop in the Discords, start coming to all these events, because yeah, you never know what you're gonna miss. All right, guys, I want to keep this video kind of short, so I'm out of here. Peace.